Alrighty, we are live. There is no time for introductions today. Unfortunately, we have to report for jury duty in a little bit, so we are only doing a half-hour show today. We're going to speed right through this. Whatever we get to. Whatever we don't, we'll save for tomorrow's show, or we won't even cover at all. We were going to plan on doing Kyle Trask, quarterback from Florida, in our NFL draft prospect. Definitely not going to be able to fit that in our half-hour kind of window that we're squeezed into today, so we'll save that for tomorrow. But let's start the show. Whatever we get to. We're on a time restraint. Start the clock. Half hour. Let's go. Here we go. First story up. Could Baltimore get Lamar Jackson, another wide receiver? Well, there's a rumor going out that the Ravens are meeting with Sammy Watkins. Now, would this be good? Yeah, I mean, he's a decent down the field wide receiver, Sammy Watkins. We've seen him with the Chiefs the last couple of seasons. I want to say the last 2 seasons. Nothing really great with Sammy Watkins. We can quickly go to his stats, I would say. Yeah, so, I mean, he's obviously, the number 3 there with the Chiefs, with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce being the 1 and 2. But, I mean, it's still solid. What did he do last year? 400 yards. The year before that with the Chiefs, 600 yards as well. So, never really truly been a number 1. Never really played 16 games as well, as we're looking at his stats right here. So, definitely a decent wide receiver for Lamar Jackson. Could definitely help him out. Nice, 6'1", tall wide receiver to challenge the deep ball, and that's what the biggest red flag is on this kind of Ravens offense. They can't stretch the field vertically, so that's what they're trying to do in this kind of offseason to get this Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson, this offense, right. So I like the pick here. We'll see if he ends up leaving the Chiefs for the Ravens. I mean, leaving one Super Bowl contender for another Super Bowl contender. I mean, how great is that? I mean, you've got multiple championship-level contender teams wanting to pick you up at the wide receiver position. Sammy Watkins has somehow figured out how to be kind of the last key missing piece for all these teams to win some rings, even though kind of the first half of his career didn't go the best. But we'll keep an eye on this, seeing if Sammy Watkins goes to the Ravens. Alrighty, this story, oh my goodness, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier. So now, there are now 13 lawsuits, I think 14, because SportsCenter just reported on one more today. So there's now 14 lawsuits that have been filed against Deshaun Watson, with the latest victim claiming he, quote, climaxed on her face and body, end quote, during massage. I mean, is that a compliment? I don't know. But let's see what this article is saying. Let's see what these allegations are coming for. So here we go. Some quotes of official documents. I believe they got the official kind of the official court documents. So here we go. Let's read some of these quotes here. Quote, Watson and plaintiff discussed scheduling and scheduled a massage to take place at plaintiff's house. All right, so he's not going to an actual massage parlor. He's having like house calls of actual massage therapists. All right. Prior to the massage, Watson and plaintiff spoke on the phone to discuss focus areas. All righty. We kind of heard this in one of the other stories that, Deshaun Watson was like, are you comfortable with the glute area? So, he's asking the right questions, making sure everybody's comfortable here. Alrighty, more quotes here. Plaintiff asked what type of oils he liked so she could get ready. All right, that's classic. I would say I've never gotten a massage. I've never been to an actual massage parlor, or let alone a house call of a massage therapist. But yes, I do believe in what I know about massages. You do use oils, so all right, kind of standard so far. Watson said whichever oil is fine and explained the focus points. He's like, I'm not worried about the oils, baby. I'm for something else over here. Watson said he wanted the focus to be on area. Hey, what? Watson said he wanted the focus to be on area and inner thighs. I don't know. That's not making sense, but on the inner thighs, so, close to the genitalia. On the way to plaintiff's house, Watson texted plaintiff asking if anybody would be at her house. All right, now that's getting a little bit, suspect if we're just taking it out of context. Is he asking if, she's going to be alone so, he could, assault her? Possibly. Or is he asking, hey, I know this thing can get out of hand. I'm a big celebrity. I want kind of another third-party eyewitness there. But Deshaun Watson should have brought somebody if he was that kind of concerned with that part of it. So who knows what his true intentions were of asking that. Alrighty, and then he's going on here. Watson said he wanted to know his surroundings. Plaintiff assured her that it would just be her. Alrighty, so just them alone, his word versus her word now. Truly unfortunate for both parties involved, whether who's telling the truth or not. Whenever it's, a he said, she said thing, it is just truly unfortunate. Alrighty, Watson arrived at plaintiff's house and asked where they would set up. Plaintiff started setting up the massage table when Watson started to immediately undress and take off his clothes with plaintiff in the room. Alrighty, that's kind of, it's an iffy area, getting ready for the massage, maybe taking off the clothes a little bit too early. And, a lot of these things with, sexual assault is, kind of power. I want to have power over you, and that could have been a power move. I'm just undressing. What are you going to say? Just fully naked right in front of you. All right, I'm ready for the massage. Oh, you thought this was something else? No, what is wrong with you? I'm here for the massage. So that could have been a power play. Who knows? Watson got completely naked. Plaintiff had never done a massage before. So she thought maybe this was normal behavior. She's never done a massage before, but Deshaun Watson chose her, and she says that she's actually a massage therapist and has the table, but she's never done a massage before. Now it's just wonky in all angles. She thought that this was normal behavior. Yeah, I would say, if I'd never done a massage before, somebody getting naked, yeah, I'd be like, all right, yes, you have to kind of be naked for a massage, or maybe just keep the underwear on or something. I don't know. But the plaintiff not doing a massage before, that's real wonky. Plaintiff instructed Watson to lay on his stomach on the massage table. Oh, so she knows that part of doing massages. Hey, get on the table on your stomach. Plaintiff started massaging his legs, and Watson told her you can come up more, babe. Hey, sweetheart, you can come up a little bit more. I'm not paying $2,500 an hour for the legs, sweetie. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Watson wanted her to massage the area underneath his genitals, the gooch. Come on. You got to know the terminology if you're going to be a massage therapist. Come on. I know this is your first time, but you got to know the lingo. So Watson wanted her to massage the area underneath his genitals and his anus. Again, plaintiff was not familiar with a Swedish... Again, the plaintiff was not familiar with a Swedish massage. Oh my goodness, I can't even say it the second time. So she did not know what was proper. Oh my god. So once again, she's going into something she knows nothing about. It's like, yeah, we're not going to blame Deshaun Watson for sexual misconduct if this girl, has never done a massage or doesn't even know what she's doing. She doesn't even know what the Swedes do when massaging. Come on. They get up in there, folks. Alrighty. Plaintiff assumed this was normal. Plaintiff started to massage near his groin area, and Watson asked if she was ready for him to turn on his back. Alrighty. Watson flipped over onto his back, and plaintiff started to massage the inner thigh area. Watson asked her once again to come, sweetie, come on. I'll give you an extra $500. You got to come up a little bit more here. Watson told her to massage the groin area. As plaintiff went to massage his groin area, Watson said, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Watson suddenly ejaculated everywhere, all over plaintiff's face and all over plaintiff's body. Now that is definitely something, if you've never done a massage before, you would probably be like, all right, this is when it starts to be the red flag right now. When the ejaculation starts to make an appearance, that's when I know, alrighty, let's get out of here. This is over. Watson then started to thrust his body up and down with a full erection. Watson then started to take his own hand and started to masturbate. After he ejaculated, alrighty, power move. Now that's a power move of Deshaun Watson right there. I'm already done, but I'm going to keep on going here. Alrighty, so very interesting details here. I don't know what to make of this. It's one-on-one, he said, she said, truly unfortunate. Now there's other claims to be backed up by this. So let me go to this Sports Center story that they were just talking about. Let's see if they've got any other information than that other article that we just read. And they don't have it kind of broken down like this. Short article. I mean, I don't know, man. People that get paid professionally to write, I mean, not great. Alrighty, a 14th lawsuit alleging sexual assault and inappropriate conduct was filed against Deshaun Watson by a woman who says she believes that Houston Texans quarterback is a serial predator. Oof, that's definitely not a name you want to have, a nickname you want to have. He's a serial predator. Yikes. The lawsuit, which was filed Monday night, appeared on the Harris County District Clerk's website Tuesday morning, blah, 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 alleges that Watson assaulted and harassed plaintiff by exposing himself to her and touching her with his penis. At least he didn't touch her with his ejaculate, right? I mean, you could have been, the 13th girl. The traveling massage therapist alleges that when she arrived at the address Watson gave her, he led her to a room and locked the doors behind him. Power play. I mean, that was Matt Lauer's thing. He had a button on his desk that literally closed the door and locked it so once you step in there, he hits the button, you're locked in. That's a power move. That is not good. If we're looking at kind of previous sexual assault allegations of men in power, we're looking at Matt Lauer locking doors, and now we're seeing that with Deshaun Watson. That's not good, whether this is true or fake. That's not a good sign right here. Locked the doors behind him after Watson allegedly, quote, forced plaintiff's hand onto his penis during the massage. He allegedly told her, "I will not have you sign an NDA, but don't ever talk about this." Now, that's where you go wrong. You always get the NDA. Come on. If you get the NDA, you are basically bulletproof at that point. Oh, you're going to talk out? Well, now I'm suing you. So what are you going to do? And I'm going to take everything, and now you're broke, and now you can't pay for the lawyers to fight your own fight. So come on, Deshaun Watson. That's rookie stuff right here. Always get them to sign the NDA. Come on. You want to, be a major kind of superstar in this world, you got to know the lingo right here. NDA always. Even if you plan on not to have even if you don't think you need to, you got to get it done. Get that NDA signed. Alrighty, the plaintiff alleges that Watson reached out on Instagram in December, quote, acting as if nothing had happened. Watson has denied any wrongdoing. "I have never treated any woman with anything other than the utmost respect." Nutting on a massage therapist, probably not the utmost respect there. Alrighty, what else do we get here? It would be inappropriate for the district attorney's office to comment on civil lawsuits. Yes. Okay. So yes, definitely not looking good for Deshaun Watson. Now 14 other women coming forward and being like, yeah, this is not good. Getting called a serial predator, all of that. So we'll stick with the story, but it's not looking great for Deshaun Watson right here. Alrighty, let's move on to some good news. Giants getting even better. Absolutely fantastic. Adoree Jackson, cornerback for the Titans, agrees to a 3-year, $39 million deal with the Giants. So Giants are going all in. They're like, hey, this is our season. We're feeling good. We've got Daniel Jones. We've got Jason Garrett. We're getting Saquon Barkley back. Let's get Daniel Jones some weapons. Let's shore up our defense so it's not the offense carrying everything. I'm really loving what I'm seeing here for the Giants, going for broke. Let's get it done. Let's start being relevant again. The rebuild after Eli is already taking too long. Get some wins, some solid wins. Be in contention. Ron Rivera just came in with, that whole Washington scenario, kind of like Deshaun Watson. So Ron Rivera kind of clouded that huge kind of big red flag of just kind of the higher ups in Washington football team organization. He covered that up, took focus away from that, took attention away from that, and brought it back to the field where it should be. And then you won the division, got to almost beating Tom Brady, and the Giants are kind of like, well, why are we still rebuilding if Ron Rivera can win with mother-loving Taylor Heineke? Come on. What are we doing here? So Giants making some nice moves out here. I'm loving every single one of them, shoring up the offense, shoring up the defense. Let's rock, Giants. I'm with y'all. Giants Nation. Let's get it going in 2021. All right, keep on moving on here. Wide receiver from Purdue, Rondale Moore, had his pro day yesterday, and we liked this man. We liked what we saw. We already kind of looked at him in our NFL draft prospect countdown. We liked that his speed. He had good speed. He's very short. He's 5'7", so we got to kind of compare him to kind of Tyreek Hill a little bit. Let's get these notes real quick. Hang on. What did we say when we watched him? Little injury prone. In 2019, he had a hamstring injury. 2020, lower body injury. So, his health is a little bit of a question mark here. But his speed was very good, and he doesn't get brought down. I mean, you can tackle him. He's breaking tackles. He's, kind of weaving in and out. Shoulder hits are not bringing him down. So, that's, something, that 5'7", little bit lower to the ground, better center of gravity, so you're not getting brought down by just arms and shoulder tackles. But he had his pro day yesterday. Already impressed by this man, but, the injuries and the height, a tad of a concern here. But then he goes up and has a 42.5-inch vertical. Holy cow. And then he just ran a full, where is this one? Right here, a 4.2940. Holy moly. Now, these are all unofficial because they're taking place at Pro Days and not at the NFL Combine, so no 40 is going to be official this season, but a 4.29, I'll freaking take it. Unofficial, official, whatever it is. You're running some great speed here, so maybe a little bit of Tyreek Hill, 2.0, 0.5, however you want to, kind of phrase it, but watch out for Rondale Moore. Definitely, if he can stay healthy and he can kind of catch the ball, high point the ball in the field of play, this could be a dangerous weapon out here. So, Rondale Moore, wide receiver from Purdue. Keep an eye on this man. Alrighty, moving on to another potential draft prospect here. Well, definitely a draft prospect and a high one. But Alabama running back Najee Harris. We love this man. We're not really sure if Najee Harris or Travis Etienne should be the first running back taken. We're really struggling with that decision right now. But Alabama running back Najee Harris' flight from Dallas to Birmingham was canceled last night due to lightning. So, with no other travel options available, Harris drove 9 hours to make it to Alabama's Pro Day by 10 a.m. today. So, definitely love it. And he's not even working out in his Pro Day. He just wants to go there and support his teammates. So, yes, sir, this is, the untangibles, the stuff that you really don't see kind of on the field. You just kind of sportsmanship and kind of team camaraderie and everybody buying in. Alabama running back Najee Harris here. I mean, this elevates his draft stock a lot, in my opinion. Just going out there, being supportive for your players. You grind, you bleed, you sweat, you cry on that field with your brothers around you to win a game every single week. You train a whole week, 7 days to get prepared for one game. So it takes a strength, it takes brotherhood on the field, it takes camaraderie, and Najee Harris is like, hang on, I got y'all. I know I'm not working out, but I want to support every single one of y'all because y'all supported me every single game during my 4-year career here. We've won national championships together. We've always been in the playoffs together. This is an unsacred bond right here, or a sacred bond right here, an unbreakable sacred bond, and I'm here to support y'all. So this, in my opinion, elevates Najee Harris' draft status a lot. Absolutely respect for this man for doing that. Alrighty, here we go. I don't know what's the big deal with Lonzo Ball getting all these trade packages rumors right before the trade deadline. That is Thursday at 3 o'clock. So Nuggets have offered Bol in a package for Lonzo Ball. I mean, Lonzo Ball wasn't really doing anything with the Pelicans. He's having good games, but he's not elevating the play around him. It's not translating to wins, and it didn't work. He couldn't work with LeBron James. So I'm not really understanding this entire hype around Lonzo Ball. He can't work in New Orleans where he should be kind of the main facilitator on the floor, and they have a trash record, not in the playoffs, but they got Zion and Brandon Ingram who's putting up the bulk of the points. They just need a true facilitator on the floor, and Lonzo Ball can't really be that on a consistent basis. He's taking way too many threes. It's kind of be like a Kemba Walker in that department. Yes, some of the passes are good, but it's not translating to wins. He didn't work with LeBron James. That never translated to wins consistently when he was playing with LeBron James. So not really, I'm seeing so many kind of rumors and trade packages involving Lonzo Ball. He can't be the man in New Orleans. So you think he can be the man for your team? I'm not buying it. Wherever Lonzo Ball goes, if he goes, I don't think he has success, and I don't think he kind of improves whatever team he goes on chances to kind of compete for a nice playoff spot or even compete for a ring, honestly. So not really understanding the big Lonzo Ball hype. We'll see if he goes anywhere. I really don't expect him to be moved, but if he does go anywhere, I will definitely be surprised, honestly. Alrighty, Atlanta has signed former Panthers running back Mike Davis to a 2-year deal worth like $5 million. A little bit of a steal because we just saw Mike Davis for the Panthers last season kind of do all right. With Christian McCaffrey out, Mike Davis had to kind of fill that huge, heavy role of all that yards, production, and touchdowns that Christian McCaffrey brings, and not just in the running game, but also in the passing game. And Mike Davis wasn't the greatest in the passing game. Really, I don't even think was in the passing game at all. But I know he rushed for like 600 yards last season with 6 touchdowns. So, decent, solid pickup here by the Falcons. Definitely a good number 2 to have on your running back roster. So we'll see what Atlanta is planning on doing with Todd Gurley, or if they draft a running back, because having Mike Davis as kind of a number 2, I think that's a solid option. But definitely can't be a number 1 running back as we just saw this year. But yeah, I mean, good value here of 2-year, $5 million for a nice 600 yards, 6 touchdown running back. Yeah, we'll take that as a number 2 all day. Alrighty, Ryan Fitzpatrick was asked about Tua the other day, yesterday actually, and then we get this quote by Ryan Fitzpatrick, and we agree 100% of everything that this man says. So here it is, quote by Ryan Fitzpatrick on Tua. Quote, "It's amazing how much criticism has been thrown his way." Absolutely. I mean, the man is his first year in, and he's already getting slandered, this and this and this. He can't stay healthy. He's going to get injured again. He's trash. He sucks. He can't throw the ball. It's all nonsense. Continuing on with the quote here of Ryan Fitzpatrick, very difficult to play quarterback in the NFL. Absolutely. He has he says elite accuracy. We say that all the time. We love Tua for his accuracy. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick goes on, so he has elite accuracy and throws with anticipation. I think he's going to do great. Yes, give this man a little bit of chance. I mean, he came in kind of, halfway into the season, no real offseason under his belt, coming off of an injury. Now he has all this kind of couple of game scenarios, solid kind of playing time under his belt his first year. Now he has an entire offseason to get prepared. He can bulk up a little bit. I see him working out every day, and this man is looking real freaking strong and big, and he's bulking up, so the man's ready to rock. He's getting wide receivers. I mean, folks, we really were working with nothing. We were working with Devontae Parker, who's kind of very kind of unstable in this kind of health-wise. He's always injured, every game or 2 games in, 2 games out, not always there. And then our number 2 wide receiver is Jakeem Grant, who's 5'9", who, is good, but only Tyreek Hill right now is the only kind of big only short wide receiver that can go up and play like he's a big wide receiver. Jakeem Grant's really not that quite yet. So everybody relax. Ryan Fitzpatrick says he's got elite accuracy. We agree. He throws with anticipation. He just needs to realize what is open in the NFL, and he'll be fine. The accuracy is there, and if accuracy is there, you can work around that and fix everything else, because Mitch Trubisky's not accurate. That's why he's a backup to the Bills now. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. We got that one. We did this one. Last story. All right, last story. Here we go. Saints cornerback Jameis Winston talking about Drew Brees. So the man was just interviewed either yesterday or this morning, whatever it is. But we get this quote from Jameis right here. And he may have kind of buried himself on this quote, so we'll see. But here it is. Quote, "I love you, and it was a privilege to get to learn from you last year and really to see what I've admired from afar. It was real. You've shown me how to be an NFL quarterback. That was privilege." Alrighty, well, Drew Brees, according to Jameis Winston, Drew Brees has shown Jameis Winston how to be an NFL quarterback. Now that's off the field stuff, on the field stuff, mentoring, leadership, passing, all of that. So Jameis Winston has a big kind of burden on his shoulder. If he just learned from Drew Brees, we need to kind of see him rocking it out season 1. No interceptions, breaking down huddles, no more let's eat a W speeches. Let's get our team actual fired up to play for us and not kind of write us off like we're lunatics about sucking on our fingers. So Jameis Winston, a lot to prove here this season. If kind of all this is true of what he's saying and he actually means this, learning from Drew Brees. We'll see how much he learned from Drew Brees if he gets the starting position over Taysom Hill, or if he's a backup. Maybe we'll have to wait till he gets to a new team. But whenever Jameis Winston steps out as kind of the starting quarterback of any team, it's do or die now, because we've seen the 30 for 30. Not great. We need you to cut down on those interceptions and be a little bit, not even a little, be a big, better leader than what he's been in the past. So we'll see how much he's learned from Drew Brees. I cannot wait to watch this man play quarterback, because I want to see how much he really took away from Drew Brees. Leadership, passing, all that, breaking down the huddle, off-field stuff, on-field stuff. I want to see it all. I want to see Jameis Winston be the full package, because we've never seen a really trash good quarterback. When was the last great trash quarterback? Maybe Brett Favre, and he wasn't even that trash. He was just a true gunslinger like Jameis Winston. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. It's absurd, but it's great absurd. It's like so great absurd. We don't even know what to make of it. We still don't know if Jameis Winston is good or not. So whenever he gets his next chance, he kind of put a lot of pressure on him, saying, "Hey, I've learned everything from Drew Brees. Now I'm ready to rock. I'm good to go. Let's get it done. I can be Drew Brees 2.0. Let's get it going." So we'll see who wins this kind of starting quarterback job here for the Saints, either Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill. But if Jameis Winston learned anything from Drew Brees, watch out, because that man could be very dangerous. Alrighty, let's see what's going on in the NBA from last night. We only have 6 more minutes on the show, so at least we got through all the stories, right? But here we go. Last night in the NBA, let's try to cover this very quickly. Here we go. Kings beat the Cavs, 119-105. Cavs letting us down again offensively. No. Let's see what happened here. Darius Garland and Colin Sexton had light games here. Colin Sexton with only 15 points. Darius Garland with only 17. We need both of those players to be kind of scoring 25 points plus. This is kind of their main scoring ability here. Jared Allen, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Larry Nance Jr., 4 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Still not really learning where he belongs in this offense. And Isaac Okoro here, 6 points. We can't be having lackluster points by 3 starting players. 6 points by Isaac Okoro, 4 points by Larry Nance Jr., and 11 points by Jared Allen. That's why we need Colin Sexton and Darius Garland to put up so many points, because their other starters are a little bit lackluster. They're a little bit more defensive players than offensive players. So this is why the Cavs team is not working, and they lose to the Kings. So very well done by the Kings here. De'Aaron Fox putting up 30 points. Tyrese Halliburton putting up 28 points. I mean, that's what the Cavs need to be doing. They're both guards putting up 25 plus points here like the Kings did. This Kings team has a very good offense. They don't play great defense. That's why they're kind of giving up a lot of points a game. But if they could rein in their defense a little bit, this Kings team would be actually something to watch. This could be a really good Kings team, possibly playoff contenders. Where are they in the standings right now? 13 in the East. They got not bad. I mean, 4 games to make up for. They could definitely do that. They just need to focus on their defense just a little bit more. The offense is pretty much there. Alrighty, moving on to Timberwolves and the Thunder. Nothing really to report here. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing really well. I mean, let's give it up for him. 31 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, hitting some nice shots in this game as well to kind of put him past the Timberwolves. And once again, Anthony Edwards back to not doing well. He had that kind of great 5 to 6 game stretch, but now he's kind of back to 16 points on 37% shooting, not near where he needs to be. Karl-Anthony Towns did his job, 33 points and 10 rebounds. Anthony Edwards needs to get that kind of great production as well. So I'm not really totally sold on Anthony Edwards right now. I know social media was kind of going crazy over those last 5 games, but we've seen that before by him in kind of the first half of the season. We've seen, great 2-3 game stretches, but then he flounders for a big period. So that's why we didn't get too hype on that 5 game stretch by Anthony Edwards. And he's still a rookie, so we're not knocking this man. It's just what we've seen. We're not truly impressed by Anthony Edwards, who is now kind of the default rookie of the year, unfortunately. Alrighty, let's go to this one. Since we have time here, Hornets and the Spurs, and the Hornets get the big O win here. Absolutely fantastic. They challenged the Spurs. They win the game. Was anybody clutching this one? What I got here? I got anything for this one? Terry Rozier hit a 3-point shot with like a minute left to put them up by 3, and then Patty Mills ended up having the game-tying shot from 3 that does not go with 8 seconds left. So clutch by the Hornets, not clutch by the Spurs. Very well done. In the first game without LaMelo Ball here for the Hornets, they get the job done, so I absolutely love that. Terry Rozier moves over to the starting 1. Devontae Graham moves over to the starting 2. That's kind of how it's working out now. Gordon Hayward still at the 3, PJ Washington still at the 4, and Bismack Biyombo at the 5 since Cody Zeller was still out. So the only real difference here is Terry Rozier switching from the 2 to the 1, and Devontae Graham getting elevated to the starting 2. So Terry Rozier, 24 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, hit an absolute clutch 3 in the fourth quarter. Devontae Graham, his first start here, 9 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Bismack Biyombo, 11 points, 6 rebounds. PJ Washington, 10 points, 13 rebounds. And Gordon Hayward had a big old night as well, 27 points. And then Malik Monk, 11 points off the bench. So everybody kind of rallying here for the Hornets. Very well done. Unfortunate, man. I don't know what to make of the Spurs team. You cannot lose to a Hornets team without LaMelo Ball. It's just kind of unexcusable, especially when everybody was healthy. DeMar DeRozan played the game, so. Alrighty, Jazz Bulls in a big old blowout by the Jazz, 120-95 here. We won't go too deep into the stats in this game because we have only got 2 minutes left. But I do kind of just want to keep tabs on Thaddeus Young, our potential 6th Man of the Year candidate. Thaddeus Young still in the starting rotation here at the starting center position, 14 points, 9 rebounds, and only a -2 in a big, like 25-point loss here. So we'll give it to him. The man is getting it done here. It's just unfortunate. The Bulls are just not a great team overall. Alrighty, then we go to the Raptors and the Rockets. And the Raptors, man, we are 1,000% sold. You cannot be losing to this Rockets team. I know that Christian Wood is back, and that's why they just won this game. So very well done for the Rockets, finally snapping that huge 20-game losing streak that they were on, beating the Raptors 117-99. Christian Wood and John Wall got it done. Still no Victor Oladipo, though, and they still win. So can't really trust this Raptors team, and I'll tell you why. I mean, yes, their kind of role players are good. Fred VanVleet and Siakam, and Norman Powell has been kind of great as well, and Kyle Lowry's good. So look at this. I mean, Kyle Lowry 17 points, Fred VanVleet 27 points, Pascal Siakam 21 points, Norman Powell 19 points, and then the fifth highest scorer was 6 points. They get no help from anybody else besides their kind of main role players there. So that's why we can never buy the Raptors. Their magic, unfortunately, is over. Like we've said, Nick Nurse is going to have to retool that offense. Alrighty, Celtics, Grizzlies. Grizzlies get the win in overtime. Very well done by them. No Jason Tatum for the Celtics, and they still kept it close. So that's a silver lining for the Celtics in a loss, but well done for the Grizzlies of holding on in overtime. Everybody hitting in overtime as well. Grizzlies in 132, 126. Alrighty, Pacers, Bucks. Pacers get absolutely blown out. No surprise there. Bucks win 140, 113. Cannot trust this Pacers team against the elite competition. We see this every single game. And then the last game, Hawks letting us down a little bit. We thought they'd be a little bit more competitive in this Clippers game. They actually were. They had like a 20-point lead in the third quarter, but then they just lost it late in the fourth quarter, couldn't close out against a Clippers team that has trouble closing out games. So not 1,000% great there by the Hawks, but I think we'll leave them in the top 10, at least until Friday when we officially kind of rearrange our power rankings in the NBA. So we will leave the Hawks at number 10 right now. We'll see what they do after this Clippers loss, but it's not a great loss. Wish they won the game, had that 20-point lead, couldn't close it out in the fourth quarter. Truly unfortunate. So the Clippers win 119-110. Alrighty, we are out of here. That is it for us today. We're back tomorrow live, noon Eastern, for hopefully an entire show if we don't have to go back to jury duty. We might have to schedule the show around it. So stay in tune to our Twitter and Facebook. We'll post updates of how the show is going to go for the rest of the week. But we're out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow looking at Kyle Trask, hopefully, quarterback from Florida.